Sage alters space with infinite power to inflict devastating damage to his opponents. He wields the eternal power of Kaive, a weapon of his own creation, and a talisman for both melee and range attacks. Sage can inflict damage with powerful attacks from afar and interrupt foes who try to catch him off guard. He can also quickly reposition himself in the thick of battle and change the odds to his favor. This versatility enables Sage to carry out multiple roles depending on what the situation calls for, using magic of his own creation with his weapons to freely move between points in space. Adventurers, this is the preview for the new class, the Last Ancient, Sage. Purgatory summons the Kaive and throws its condensed force at range to attack for a set period of time. On hit, you will stun the enemy and cause knockback on the last hit. This will increase Sage's AP and DP when the enhanced skill effect is activated, which can also allow the Kaive to move and attack. Void Beam attacks enemies with Rift Light generated by twisting space. Enemies will dazed on hit and knock down on the last hit. It can also cause bleeding damage to the enemy. Rift Chain positions Kaive towards the enemy, opens a dimensional rift, and then closes it again as Kaive is retrieved. This will daze the enemy on hit and cause knockback on the last hit. In addition, Sage's AP increases while reducing the enemy's attack speed. Judgment of Ator summons Ator's power from the sky and slams down on the enemy. Dimensional rifts will appear on the target location and bound the enemies as well. The rifts that appear will continue to damage enemies for a percentage of damage dealt by Judgment of Ator. Phase Shift sees Sage dash quickly through space and attack the enemy with both hands. This can stun on the first hit and daze on the last hit. This fast-paced maneuver can be skill-linked with Rift Chain, Spatial Shatter, and Judgment of Ator. Spatial Shatter, as its name implies, collapses a pocket of space onto enemies for immense damage. This skill knocks down enemies on hit, causes bleeding damage, and reduces their defense and critical hit chance. Wormhole causes its body to enter the space of the Kaive, moving a short distance safely before returning. Sage will be invincible during this movement, and for 7 seconds, the damage of Spatial Shatter and Spatial Collapse will increase by 15%, and Sage will be immune to all debuffs. Rift Surge opens a dimensional portal, blows a powerful wave at the enemy, then shatters the dimension itself onto the enemy. On hit, this will daze the enemy as well as reduce its attack and movement speed. You can either apply Super Armor or Front Guard for the skill. Spatial Collapse is a skill that opens the power of space in the sky and obliterates everything in front of the powerful Sage. Sage will bound enemies upon hit, and the skill can be further held down to deal with extra 50% damage. You can evade while using the skill, and it can connect with Wormhole, allowing you to use it right after Wormhole is used. With Pocket Distortion, Sage throws the Kaive to the enemy position and distorts the space around them. This can knock up enemies on hit and cause burn damage, while also increasing Sage's critical hit chance for a set time. Ancient Wisdom increases the overall damage of Sage's skills by 10% for 15 seconds. In addition, every 15 seconds, he can use either Spatial Shatter, Judgment of Ator, and Wormhole and have its cooldown reset immediately. Lastly, the enhanced skill allows Sage to choose whether this will also restore 15% HP or provide a buff to deal 10% additional damage to monsters. You can check when Ancient Wisdom is available by checking the Ancient Memory appearing on the left side of Sage. The new class Sage uses different types of magic to distort time and space, bringing forth powerful physical forces. He can quickly reposition himself in the thick of battle and turn the odds to his favor. His versatility enables Sage to carry out multiple roles depending on what the situation calls for. Sage, the Ancient who bore the weight of foreseeing Armageddon, will arrive at Black Desert Mobile soon. That will be it for Black Desert Mobile's new class Sage preview.